I wanted to bring you to the UK today. They apparently have this celebration going on right now in the capital of London. So I wanted to give you this from Darren Grimes on X, right? And I quote, "They treat our country like it's a newly occupied territory after a war." And I'm going to play the audio too. So yeah, they're basically chanting in, I believe it is Arabic, not quite sure, maybe Persian. While they're waving this giant flag representing, I believe it's Islam in general or just Muslims. Not quite sure as just what this flag represents, but it is something in the likes of that. It has something to do with Islam nonetheless. So, yeah. I wanted to bring you to this other post from Niall Berg, and I quote, "Diversity is when you get to any European capital and it's just this." And this is from London, okay? Imagine this, right? You come to London and they shut down an entire street for them to celebrate a Ashura day. And this is scenes you see. I'm gonna do a full screen. Only way you can differentiate this from, say, Pakistan, for example, is by looking at the architecture. And I think that's very funny, because if this architecture wasn't there at all, you would definitely believe this is Pakistan or something like that. But it's not. This is London, in Europe, the heart of England. It's just crazy to me. I wanted to bring you to this other post actually on X too. I'm not going to play the entire audio or video rather,
now to a report
but the
that
beginning.
shows illegal immigration to the European Union has more than doubled in just 5 years, and the study claims that the blame for the UK's illegal migrant crisis lies solely with the European Union. Let's break those figures down for you. Illegal migration to the EU went up from almost 628,000 in 2019 to more than 1.265 million.
You can see even during the pandemic there were still 500,000 people just entering this the continent. Really.
Germany detected the most illegal arrivals in that time with 2.15 million. Next on the list was Greece, and Hungary and France also had more than 1 million migrants. And wait for this, a whopping 82% of illegal migrants
this is what I wanted to show you guys
last year were male. Now this independent...
Now the manipulation tactic they use is they say, and I quote from myself actually, "I think about the women and children. There are not ever any children actually shown. Ever. I haven't seen a single woman when it comes to these trucking incidents, right, where there are just a bunch of strange males jumping out of the trucks when they bring them from France to England. I have not yet to see a single child, or a woman for that matter, jumping out of these trucks. It's always just males in their early 20s, maybe 30s. But never women and children, never, 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 never. I haven't seen that ever."
The study was produced by the British think tank facts4eu.org, which is an affiliate.
And this is something that you have to be very cunning when you try to find actual information about just how bad it actually is. And I watched this video by History Debunked. It's a very good guy. You should definitely check him out on YouTube. And he gave a link to it. So non-EU registrations. This is paragraph 6 on this. I think it's the UK government website. Registrations from non-EU nationals were less severely impacted by the disruptions to NINO services. I do not know what that is. Sorry. And registrations from EU nationals during the COVID-19 pandemic. The postal process for NINO applicants with a valid work visa, issued prior to their arrival in the UK, was suspended in March 2020. For Home Office postal applications, non-EU nationals processing of applications was reinstated in late April and May 2020, whereas the processing of all other applications, non-EU and EU nationals, including 53,000 parked applications waiting a decision prior to suspension, were not reinstated until June 2020. NINO registration numbers by non-EU nationality groups by non-EU nationality group, to GEYE rather, March 2023. So you can just see when Rishi Sunak actually came into power too. This is 2022 right here. And the graph is just an explosive amount of people coming from Asia. Now, when I say Asia, they don't mean Southeast Asian countries. They mean mainly Middle Eastern countries. Africa too has shot up immensely. Other European countries do. It's kind of weird how that works. But yeah, you can see on this graph, right, just how much immigration has actually increased in the UK, that is. This is a graph from the UK. And these are military-aged men too. It's weird how this works. I think I'll leave it there. You get the point. You get the picture. See you in the next video.